Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division. Apologies for the slight delay. I've literally just had to jump on and said, yeah, I'll do it. But I'm here, BHA Firefish, and I am going to take you through the action for tonight's race, the penultimate race of the season, and it is round the Miami circuit, our last race around Miami before we have the finale in Spain. We have a championship decider to be done today, so this could be very, very interesting. We have 14 drivers going round, which is a slightly less number, but that's perfectly fine. They'll, I'm sure, will provide the action. We are 10 minutes left of short qualifying because of the numbers, so the laps you'll see will set the grid. Currently, it is Gravedigger in the Aston Martin who is on pole position, closely followed by Stars Orphan, who could be a threat tonight in terms of his race because he is very quick around here, likes the circuit as well. Quick Mick is third. He's one of the championship contenders, with Penrose in fourth, Immortal fifth, and Old Manzi sixth. We'll jump on board with MT the Mighty for the beginning as I quickly run through the standings, because as I mentioned, we have a championship that could be decided tonight. Quick Mick in the Alpine has 180 points. He is 16 points ahead of Old Manzi. So if he beats Old Manzi by 10 points or more, then he will be the drivers' championship tonight. So Quick Mick has a little bit of pressure on him, but 10 points is a bit of a gap. So let's see what happens with that. Old Manzi really needs to beat Mick today to have any chance in the finale of the Spain next week. Immortal is third, 152 points. He is 28 points behind, so he has to beat Quick Mick. There's no if, buts, or maybes about that. He has to beat Quick Mick quite comprehensively to stand any chance. Mr. Adam Moore is next on 120 points. He's mathematically also out of it, so this is a free driver fight between Quick Mick, Old Manzi, and Immortal, and that is your scenario. I will try to keep up the best I can, but simply put, a 10-point gain for Mick and Manzi. So Mick really needs to be into the top 5 to have any chance of winning the title tonight. So we'll see what happens. Smurf has gone second, right behind Gravedigger on a 28.361. So a very solid lap from the Ferrari driver of Smurf, as Old Dark Shadow has lost the front wing. That's not the correct way an Alfa Romeo should look. There's Dave, LFC Dave. Let's ride on board with him, or have a look at him as he continues going round. And I'm going to get the stream up so I can follow the chat that is going on. Good evening, Skull. Good evening, Invader Matt. Good evening to everybody watching. We currently have 4 viewers watching at the moment as Dave pops in with a 28.8, closely followed by MT the Mighty Mercedes on a 29.0. Dark Shadow's already retired, as has Liam, which is a bit of a surprise because we've still got 7 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. Right, let's see what Old Manzi can do. So Old Manzi, one of the championship contenders, has been towards the front of the F4 Championship for quite some time, had the lead for quite a while, lost it a few weeks ago, and is intending to come back. Only in 9th place on the 29.0, so definitely want to improve. He heads down into turn 1, short run down to turn 1, and then through into turn 2, and then 3, minding the curves on the left and right hand side. And watching the sun glare as you go through turn 5 and 6, and he's turning far too early for turn 6, and that invalidates his time. Old Manzi may be struggling a little bit at this circuit. Definitely does not want many cars between him and the Alpine driver of Quick Mick. Daniel P45 in the Haas is just coming up to the same section that Old Manzi was at. You can see you just need to let the car flow between the corners. Don't let the car run too far wide on the exit there. He's done that pretty nicely. Once again, like last night, my voice is not 100%, so if I do cough on occasion, that is the reason why. I will try not to do it so much. I was meant to rest tonight, hence why I didn't want to do comms, but we were struggling today. The big slide for Daniel as he goes through the middle sector. This finicky, fiddly few corners, the chicanes. Just really want to get out of it, and so does he. He's 3 seconds up on a 33. Maybe want to find a little bit of time, but he definitely very loose through that middle part. Down into the hairpin. I thought he was going to outbrake himself there. Maybe he did a little bit. Got the exit very nicely. Where's Daniel going to go? Can he go into the top 10? He does. Goes into 10th place on a 30.0. 5 minutes left. How is Orphan getting on? Orphan is a 10th and a half up. So maybe get back on the front row. Actually, this might be challenging for pole. As he goes around the middle sector, and he's 2 tenths up now. So this is a good challenge to Gravedigger. Orphan has been saying pretty much a week that Miami is one of his favourite tracks. Said so last night as well, so it's no surprise that he's currently 3rd. Can he get himself a pole position? Can he be at the front end with his teammate? And he goes, and he does go fastest, 11 thousandths quicker than Gravedigger. So Orphan takes the pole away. Can the Aston Martin driver respond? Quick Mick is not responding. He's a 10th down in the middle sector. Currently still 4th. How's Old Manzi getting on? Half a second up. This is a lot better from Old Manzi. 28.5 will put him ahead of Quick Mick, which is what he needs to do. And goes 28.6. Still goes ahead of Quick Mick, though. By 4 hundredths. That could be a key position if Mick cannot find any more time. Who else is on laps? So Orphan is slowing back down again. There's 3.5 minutes to go. Let's have a look at Skull Kid in the Alpine. Getting down into the braking zone of, I think that's turn 11, I'm going to say. Through this, again, this fiddly section. Especially this uphill chicane, left and right. Don't want to hit the curbs too much. 10th up for Skull Kid. Skull Kid has steadily improved across the season, it has to be said. He's already looking forward to next season, saying in the Discord. Yeah, hopefully he can have some more confidence for next season as he finishes his lap as a 30.5 currently. It's going to be an improvement. It's up to 10th on a 29.8. Good luck there from Skull Kid. Puts him ahead of Daniel, who I think is in the pits at the moment. Yes, he is. And ahead of Carrot. Carrot currently in 12. So who else is on a lap at the moment? Penrose, possibly. Yeah, this is definitely a push lap by the looks of it. And they see what Penrose can do. Come around the final corner, and this looks pretty quick, I would say. Goes up to 4th, ahead of Old Manzi. So Penrose is right up there. It's very, very close. It's just over a 10th covering the top 4, but Smurf is on a outlap at the moment. Let's see what Smurf can do in a Ferrari. Lining up for turn 1. See, there's the grid. And then there's the breaker zone for turn 1. So, very short run. And he's gone quite deep into turn 1. Might have cost him a little bit. Orphan has retired. So, Orphan thinks that's the best that he can offer for everyone here to see whether anybody can beat him. Smurf going through a few corrections of the wheel, and it is, yeah, he's 2 tenths down on the first sector. Miss Penrose. Old Manzi is done, so he is 5th. Only just ahead of the driver that he needs to beat tonight. As Quick Mick is starting a lap, and Quick Mick was only 400ths down on Old Manzi. He needs to be ahead of Old Manzi on the grid, I would say. Carry on back with Smurf when we've got 50 seconds left to go. I don't think Smurf is improving. No, he's 4/10ths down on his lap. He understands that. Got time to go again, as does Penrose. Penrose is waiting up. The Ferrari goes by him. Quick Mick is 3/10ths up. Who else is coming across the line? You got Dave, who's a couple of hundredths up in 8th. Got a... Oh no, he's out of fuel. Dave's out of fuel. Billy Dave not fueling the car enough. Out the hairpin for a motive Carrot. Carrot currently on a 30.1. Is he going to improve? He does. Goes up to 10th. Goes ahead of Skull Kid. The Mercedes 9th and 10th. Although MT the Mighty is up a few tenths. The Gravedigger is the closest one. What is Gravedigger going to do? I'll catch Gravedigger coming to the end of his lap. But Quick Mick is going to be first. And this looks interesting. And goes fastest. Ahead of Orphan. MT the Mighty goes up to 6th. Immortal was next. Goes up to 4th. On a 28.3. It is so close. Daniel is next across the line. He's on a massive improvement. Goes up to 10th on a 28.9. So the last person to take Quick Mick's pole position away is Gravedigger. All he needs to do is find a 10. And does he find it? No, he doesn't. So stays in 3rd place. Carrot is going to be the last one, and he's half a second down. So that is your pole position. That is your grid. It is 2/10ths covering the top 6. Blimey. Pole position for Quick Mick, and most importantly, in terms of the championship, he has 7, count them, 7 cars. Or is it 6? No, I counted wrong. It's 6 cars between him and Old Manzi. Basically, if the race finished like this, it won't finish like this, Quick Mick is your champion tonight. That would be enough. But we have a long race to go and a very competitive grid. 2/10ths covering the top 6. It is less than a second covering the top 10. It's 7/10ths covering the top 10. Which is fantastic to see. So it's anybody's guess really who's got this victory. Or who's going to be at the front. Yeah, but fantastic from Quick Mick there. Yeah, it's a 10th covering the top 5. So, fantastic. So Quick Mick in the Alpine in the pole position. He'll be joined by Stars Orphan, who according to Salty Ballsack in the chat has said he's let the sandbags out. Perhaps. But he's on the front row. Gravedigger and Immortal very close behind in 3rd and 4th. Smurf in 5th. Less than a 10th behind. Penrose in 6th right there as well. MT the Mighty in the Mercedes 7th. Old Manzi has it all to do from 8th place. Dave is in 9th. In the Williams 10th is Daniel. And then you've got Carrot, Skull Kid, Liam and Dark Shadow will be rounding off your grid. All team viewers currently watching the stream, so thank you very much once again for watching. Apologies for the delay. I've literally just stepped in at last minute. Well, I say last minute, I was kind of ready, but I really didn't want to do it, let's be honest. I needed the rest. But I'm here to provide the action and a potential crowning of a champion here. Can it be done? I mean, it's a possibility. That grid is a possibility, but we know F4. We know F4 and its drama. Safety cars are aplenty this week. We've had loads of them. So this, what you see now, is probably not going to be the same order, which is good for Manzi because he needs to make positions from that 8th place. He has to. If he wants to take it to Spain, then he has to definitely improve. So if Quick Mick wins, over 10 points basically. There's a 16-point gap. There'll be 26 with fastest lap available. So 11 points, so 18, 15, 12. So I believe it'd be third. Old Manzi would have to be third. If Quick Mick wins, Old Manzi would have to be third. If Quick Mick wins and gets the fastest lap, then I believe third would not be... Yeah, no, third would not be enough. So then Old Manzi need to be second. So that's the task Old Manzi has. And look who he has in between. He's got Mighty, Penrose, Smurf, Immortal, all there as well. If Old Manzi retires, for example, from this race, then all Quick Mick would need is a top 5 finish, and he would wrap up the championship. Actually, he would need 4th to completely guarantee it. I mean, 5th would mean winning the fastest lap for Old Manzi in Spain, Quick Mick out the points. Yeah, so basically a top 4 of Old Manzi retiring would be needed, basically. It's 11-point swing in Quick Mick's favour. He'll be champion. But of course, there's plenty other stories going on here. I don't believe Orphan has won a race this season. This looks like his best chance. Gravedigger has been up there pretty much most of the season, but I don't think has had the... I don't think he's had a race win either. Immortal's been up there as well. Again, Immortal is another driver that is still in the championship, but he needs to beat Quick Mick. He's definitely capable of doing so. He's very close to that pole position as well. You got Smurf in there, who obviously has nothing to lose, really. He's not in the championship, I don't think. Well, he can't win the championship from where he is. I think he's a reserve, potentially. So yeah, he has nothing to lose. You got Penrose in there as well. Empty the Mighty. So they're all there. All have their own sort of agendas going on in between 1st and 8th place. Let's see what everyone can do, really. Let's hope we have a good race ahead of us. It's overcast conditions as well. Maybe some rain ahead, although, to be honest, they would have told me in the chat if there was rain. No rain forecast. Okay, thank you, Skulkin. Overcast, though. The temperature in the tyres is going to be a bit of a problem. We're just waiting for the lobby host to start. And we can get ourselves underway. So, of course, coming up ahead for RSF1, we have our last races in the divisions. The Spanish Grand Prix 100% rate. Sorry, 100% race distance. Remember, so we're in for the long haul for all the races. In terms of championships, I believe F1 has decided that. No, they haven't. No, F1 hasn't. So F1 is still yet to decide the champion there. Of course, F2 was decided a couple of weeks ago. There's a couple. I think the second place in the championship is also there. And then you got F3. 10 points between the top two. Could we have this championship? Well, we will see. We will see. And let's run you through the grid. The 14-drive grid for this potential pivotal race. So we will start off with Dark Shadow in the Alfa Romeo. He's on the medium tyres, starting 14th. 13th is Liam in the Aston Martin on the soft tyres. Next load of drivers are on the medium tyres. We've got Skull Kid in the Alpine. He is 12th position. Emotive Carrot is 11th in the Mercedes. 10th is Daniel P45 in the Haas. Ninth is Dave, LCFC Dave 13. In the Williams, he started ninth. Old Manzi, 8th place in the Red Bull. He'll be slightly disappointed with that. He knows what he needs to do. He needs to get to the back of that Alpine rear wing to stand any chance of taking this to Spain. He'll start 8th place. Let's see what he can do from there. MT the Mighty in 7th in the Mercedes, just ahead of him. Penrose in the AlphaTauri is 6th, also on the medium tyres. Smurf is the outlier in this top 10. He is on the soft tyres, going for the aggressive strategy, starting in 5th place in the Ferrari. Then our top 4. Immortal in the McLaren. He knows if he stands any chance of taking his championship fight to Spain, he needs to beat the Alpine. That starts ahead of him. Starts in 4th place. Definitely has potential to do so. See what he can do from there. 13th is Gravedigger in the Aston Martin. 2nd, with a fantastic qualifying at one of his favourite tracks is Miami, is Stars Orphan in the Red Bull. Here's your pole man. Quick Mick in the Alpine has the chance to seal the title today. Is he going to be aggressive off the start? Does he want to keep that lead, or is he going to be reserved? If Orphan has a dive on him, is he going to let him through? We shall see. So many questions to see. 29 laps ahead of us as we look for the lights. Miami Grand Prix. I'll ride on board a Gravedigger. As we go for 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. It's a great start for Gravedigger. Might have to take the lead, actually, from Quick Mick, and Orphan got bogged down at the start as they all go through. Could be clean. No, it's not. There's a Williams sideways, and that's Dave, who's spun. So there's a McLaren of Immortal. It's the only McLaren of Immortal. Right up on the curb, and now Orphan and has lost position to Smurf. Gravedigger's all over the back of Quick Mick, but that's very unfortunate for Dave. He's caught back up to the back again. Like 3 wide on the exit turn. One trying to go all the way around the outside of Daniel, and he's clipped the wall as well, and that's a rough start for Dave. Wing damage as well, so he's going to have a long afternoon ahead of him. Or evening, should I say. There's a virtual safety car because of the debris. And we all calm down. So from the start, looked like a very good start for Gravedigger. Nearly had the lead on Quick Mick. But managed to get by Orphan. Orphan just seemed to bog down at the start. Lost the position to Smurf as well. It's up to 3rd place. So then Orphan is in 4th. Immortal dropped a position to 5th. Penrose stays where he is. Old Manzi's got by the Mercedes of Mighty. Skull Kid with a good start up to 9th. Liam also up 3 places. He's up to 10th with Carrot. Literally shadowing Liam on the restart of this virtual, by the looks of it. Any more wing damage? This Shadow has lost his front wing again. He did so in qualifying, and he's done it again. So him and Dave are going to be in the pits very quickly as the virtual safety car is ending, and it's caught Gravedigger out a little bit on that restart. Liam is also in the pits as well, so difficult start for them all to go back to the tyres. Remember, Liam on those soft tyres, and we're riding on board right now, really needs to start making the moves. He's made a few, really needs to make more. Ideally needs to be leading, but is now catching a little bit on Gravedigger. Gravedigger just about keeping up with Quick Mick. As well, that is a big lunge from so far back from Smurf, really making his intentions clear. I thought he was so far, I wasn't even ready for an overtake there. Neither was Gravedigger, nearly caught him off guard. You got Penrose right behind, and there's Old Manzi in the background. Cars all filter through. Relatively clean start, apart from Dave spinning at the back. Again, it's like 3 wide situation by the looks of it. It's never going to work. Of course, they're racing for position, and obviously not to lose them. We head on to lap 3. Gravedigger just about keeping in the DRS, which is absolutely crucial at this track. You need to keep in that DRS 1 second. Parrot with the fastest lap of the race. Penrose is at the back, and there's the yellow flag. Quickmick is out! No! Quickmick is gone! What on earth happened there? He must have caught it on the curb, is my only guess. Quickmick, the championship leader, is out of this race. What? I am very, very surprised with that. And that's a real big shame, because he had led this race relatively comfortably. Virtual safety car is back out again. Alright then. I mean, he could still win the championship tonight. And Quickmick, but that is not the way he would want to win it at all. Potentially. But this is now a lot to old Manzi to get enough points to take this down to Spain, and with Immortal as well. Right, so that now leaves Smurf second behind Gravediggers. DRS is enabled, and Smurf is already up the back of Gravediggers. Up, they're going to be on the inside now with the DRS as the virtual safety car went green. The Smurf and the Ferrari moves into the lead, and look, the top 5 are now all very close to one another. Gravedigger's going to come back at him. So in fact, I actually have just figured this out. The championship fight will now go to Spain. Definitely. It's up to Old Manzi really to reduce the gap. 14 points he is behind. Currently with 8 points, that will reduce it to, I think it's 6. Yeah, it'd be 6-point gap at the moment if Old Manzi stays where he is, but I don't think he will. Speaking of not staying where they are, Gravedigger's going to go around the outside of the Ferrari of Smurf. Smurf trying to stay on the apex, but Gravedigger sweeps around the outside on his medium tyres. Smurf cannot seem to get the breakaway, despite being on the softer compound, and nearly hits the back of Gravedigger as well. They're all going to concertina up, because you've got Old Manzi now, who is sniffing at a potential points haul here. With his championship rival out, he now sees this as an opportunity. The Smurf is going to go back at Gravedigger. Moves literally in front of him on the braking zone. As if to say, this is my position, you're not taking it back. But Gravedigger's like, nah, I want that pull. I want that first position back. So we're on to lap 5. For this already dramatic race. He must have caught that curve that we've just gone by. Did Quickmick, but obviously we'll see later on what happened with it. Old Manzi's dropped a little bit off the top 5 of as Smurf nearly made a big mistake going through too far wide. And it's very, very cloudy up ahead. Surely Smurf might be a little bit troublesome trying to keep Gravedigger back, but it's allowed Orphan and Immortal and Penrose just to come back in, and Gravedigger again go around the outside. Look at them all closing up under braking. Immortal just about holding off Orphan. Orphan wants to make the moves as well. Look at them, all the top 6 all lying astern on the same straight. And you've got the second group of cars, Mighty, Skull Kid, Daniel, and the Motor Carrot, just outside that DRS. Oh, apparently Mick's controller disconnected. That is really bad luck. And that is a real shame for Quick Mick. All the things as well. Well, I'm sure he'll be back in Spain for that big race as the finale. Probably going to watch the rest of this race with bated breath to see whether Manzi can reduce the gap or not. Meanwhile, Gravedigger and Smurf going side by side through the exit turn 3, and great racing between the pair of them. Again, no, Smurf cannot gap the cars behind despite being on the softer compound. Once again, this has just allowed everybody to concertina up. Even Mighty's now in that DRS. He's latched onto the back of this. Gravedigger again going for the lead. Swapperoo of positions, and the camera's not going to work with it. Immortal might have tapped the back of the Ferrari. Cameras are not being helpful tonight, must be said. Well, look at them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. 8 now. Daniel's now in this train. Look at that. Even Skull, you basically got the top 10 all still here. It's anybody's race. Top 2 keep swapping each other, or swapping positions between each other, but as soon as they go into braking zone, everyone's back again. Penrose is out the DRS of the top 4. Needs to get back into it. It's a shame for the other 3 as well. Shadow, Liam and Dave are still in this race, but they're praying for a safety car right now. Carrot is pitting meantime. Maybe going for an... What's he doing? Has he actually got oh, he's got damage. That's a shame for Carrot. As Smurf again has a massive mistake. There's a massive mistake on that long left-hander, and surely Gravedigger's going to be here. Getting very, very close to one another. We've run aboard of Immortal with a grandstand view. Immortal thinking, where do I put my car? Immortal sliding his car through this finicky section here. Just allowing Orphan, Penrose, Old Manzi, Empty the Mighty, they're all there. Immortal though doesn't have the DRS, and it's a virtual safety car. There's an Aston Martin off. It's Liam. A big off. How is he still in this race? Front wing off. He looks like he's just gone straight on. Virtual safety car now. Is anyone going to pit? Smurf might pit. No. Couple might. There we go. Orphan in the pits. You'd lose a lot less. And there's... Oh no, the Red Bull's going to double stack. Orphan pitting ahead of his teammate onto the hard tyres as well, which will take him to the end. But the Red Bulls are going to double stack. And this is very good thinking from Orphan, because you lose much less time, although the virtual is now ending as he exits the pit. So he's now on tyres to go to the end, as is Penrose. Did Old Manzi go double medium? Old Manzi gone double medium? He has! Old Manzi's gone double medium. I don't think that's even a mistake or intentional. I'd imagine it's a mistake because... Or it just hasn't picked the right tyre when he selected it. Because he's going to have... Well, he has to pit again, does Old Manzi. So, all of a sudden... I don't know. We could have to maybe wait and see with that. But I'm definitely thinking if there's no more safety cars or no more drama, then he's in a bit of a problem there. Smurf has a bit of a wild moment. Liam with a 5-second time penalty, and yes, he is retiring from the race, which is a shame. I mean, there's lap 8, there's still plenty of time for a safety car to happen, as Smurf nearly causes one, but he's really lost his braking and the inside of Immortal, but he's now pitting finally on those soft tyres. Slow it down. No, that's not slowing enough. It's like 5-second time speeding in the pit lane. So this means old Manzi, not old Manzi, Orphan is surely gonna... He's way ahead. Look at that. He's way ahead of Smurf, who was in that top 3. I reckon Orphan, once everyone pits, is going to be in the lead of this race. Because the time loss, when you're in the pits under a virtual, it's such an advantage to have if you can make it work. So we'll see what happens when he does pit. But I think he's in the net lead of this race. Smurf has come out in 9th place. With that 5-second time penalty over him now. The Gravedigger now leads. Mortal second. Mighty is up to 3rd. But did Mighty start? I swear. Well, he's in 7th, so... Just about in DRS. Only just. So I'd imagine these drivers will pit at some point. Yeah, so that virtual safety car has really opened things up for this race now. Leaders looked almost comfortable for the front. It was until lap 10. Skull Kid pits from 5th, where he comes out. Surely this will be for the hard tyres, I'd imagine so. And it is. Nice, safe pit strategy as Old Manzi sets the fastest lap of the race on those fresh double mediums that he's gone for. Skull Kid's going to come out very... No, not very close to Smurf. He's come out in between Smurf and Carrot, so he's ahead of Carrot. So Skull Kid might be on for some points, potentially. We now have 12 drivers left in this race. Dave and Dark Shadow were 23 seconds off of anybody. Still going round though. Safety car at any point will bring them straight back into it, and all of a sudden they'll be in the mix. But it'd be interesting to see whether Old Manzi, whether that double medium strategy is intentional or not. I definitely think it's going to hamper him. Meanwhile, MC the Mighty using that Mercedes power on the back of Immortal, just about alongside in the braking zone. Immortal's not going to make this easy. Going to stay running outside in the white lines as well. Manages to fend him off. Mighty using a lot of his overtake. Wants to make this move. Wants to make this move count. Immortal's used quite a bit as well. And in the other battle, this is Old Manzi, who again needs to pit again in this race. That's much for certain. Maybe Penrose realises this and doesn't defend too strongly for Old Manzi, but Old Manzi's up to 6th now. He is definitely going very quickly, but he will lose a lot of time on the pit stops. Maybe he's got to go for a soft tyre and be absolute blistery quick at the end. Potentially. Could be the idea. He doesn't trust the hard tyres in this race. Gravedigger though, still going round, 2.3 seconds ahead of Immortal. The Mighty was within that second, but I think he made a mistake, did Mighty. And really slowing it down actually. Very slow. Allowed Daniel to get back in DRS. Lovely shot down the straight. You could literally just see that Red Bull in the background right at the top of the screen as they turn in. None of the leaders pitting, I don't think. None on the top 4. So Daniel's now in this battle with Mighty because of that couple of mistakes. And it's kind of calming down a little bit, this race. Lap 12 of 29. Still intriguing though, who's going to end up at the front, as Penrose, I think, has had a bit of a... Well, that could be me. There's a bit of a jump there. As Gravedigger, I don't know what's happening with Gravedigger. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! No! Don't tell me! Do not tell me. Starzolfin has left the session. Dark Shadows retired on track. Okay. What has happened here? Orphan's been kicked, but the lobby's still going. Please don't tell me. Yeah, Orphan's joined back. So, and Gravediggers must have a massive lag spike of something. Oh, these servers. They really are struggling, aren't they? Orphan managed to get back in quickly, and I think he's trying to get back in his car, but meantime he's been caught by Old Man's. He's losing a lot of time, but there he goes. He's back in. Gravedigger, meanwhile, pits and has lost a lot of time for whatever happened to him. So, yeah, Orphan is miles ahead of Gravedigger. Now, if I was Orphan, I would let Old Manzy through here, because Old Manzy needs to pit again. Maybe not hampering him too much. I mean, Old Manzy can still get some decent points here, but he's definitely off the lead battle unless something happens, like a safety car or something like that. Mighty, though, still on the back of Immortal. And is still pressurising the McLaren driver. Yes, Old Manzy has managed to get by Orphan. I'd imagine Orphan just thinking, just let him through. Got a very decent gap to Penrose, so I think Penrose had a bit of a lag jump as well. Because he was right with Old Manzy and then dropped back a little bit. And we had the issues last night in the F2 race. Not F2 race, F3 race. This shows, obviously, we're very close to the new game, and obviously this game servers are starting to struggle. As Carrot has also retired. It's a double retirement on the track. I really don't know what's going on here with this. Left the session. Let me just check the Discord going on just to make sure. It might be that thing where it retires drivers on track. Honestly. Definitely a few issues. Meanwhile, Manzy now taking the lead. Because they called right up. I'm sorry, I was looking at the Discord and of course they missed all that. Immortal and Mighty now drop way back because obviously they haven't pitted yet. This is weird. This is really, really weird, actually. Really weird. Obviously, the two retirements that we had just now, Carrot, that was on track as well. But I think he lagged out the session, and sometimes that can do that. What is going on? Mighty. What is going on with this session? I think we're having some massive problems here. I do apologise because I definitely think Mighty and yeah, okay, yeah, you see that. Yeah, I don't like this. Right, I'm gonna apologies. I'm going to leave this session and join back because I don't think that's correct what I'm seeing right now. Oh, don't you love these servers right at the end of a game? Never seen them so bad at the end of a game cycle. Right. Bear with me. Hoping the whole lobby hasn't gone. I'm pretty sure that's just me, just a visual thing. Because nothing is being said in the chat. Oh god, we're on lap. Me, I hope we're not on lap 0 or lap 1. Oh boy. Right, here we go. Oh my goodness me. Okay, no. Okay. I think we're fine. I don't know. Yep, that seems a bit more normal. Right. Refresh. And we keep going. So Old Man Z now leads this race. Okay, that's about right. Wolf in second, Penrose behind in third, and then Gravediggers on the fresher tyres facing them down. Murph there as well. Mortal was just pitted, although he's nearly 7 seconds down the road. Trying to get those hard tyres up to temperature. You've got Empty the Mighty, who's also just pitted. Daniel, Skull Kid, and poor Dave, who is 20 seconds off of anybody, praying for a safety car to happen. Still might. Still time, but still lap 16 of 29. Still plenty of time to go, actually. But Orphan's in net leader of this race. Still waiting for Old Mandy to hit again. Clearly going for... Whoa, as Penrose has a mighty slide out of that hairpin. And surely this is the chance for Gravedigger to come and overtake him. Not using the ERS though. Not going to be close enough, I don't think. No. Bit wide on the X though for Penrose. So Penrose struggling on these set of tyres. Gravedigger 5 lap fresher. Looking for the move. DRS. Oh, there's a bit of a wobble. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Definitely scared Gravedigger a little bit. Gravedigger, if he can get by Penrose and then start attacking Orphan, Gravedigger's not out of winning this race. Obviously, Smurf still with that penalty. 5 seconds of which. This is Gravedigger's chance. ERS. Not ERS though. Quick Mix left the session. Real shame for Quick Mick. Obviously, I don't know where he would be in this situation. I'd imagine probably towards the front, if not leading. But he'll be back in Spain. He'll be bringing the fight in the championship. Still waiting for Old Mandy to see whether Old Mandy can reduce the gap even further, as Penrose is really struggling with something. In fact, he's lagging quite a lot. Probably putting off the drivers. Right, so Gravedigger now has 2.6 seconds to catch if he can just get away from Penrose. But Penrose, with that straight line speed in the AlphaTauri, bends off Smurf behind. Remember, Old Manty's still the last person in this jigsaw. But surely he's going to have too much of a gap to come back, as Penrose has just completely lost his braking at turn 1 and Smurf is through. Smurf through up to 4th. You've got Gravedigger slowly trying to catch Orphan for that 2nd place, which would be the net lead. When Old Manty pits, and then Old Manty will be flying back through the field. It will be very quick towards the end. But is it going to be too much of a gap? And Gravedigger every now and again is catching just a couple attempts on Orphan. Actually got quite a lot in this little bit. 1.7 now. 1.4. But Orphan's had a horrible... Yeah, Orphan's had a horrible sector. He's had to burn a lot of ERS just to recover. But that gap was looking comfortable. It's now 1.2 seconds. But we definitely have a fight in our hands. So just bringing Smurf into it. Remember, Smurf has that penalty. At 19. 10 laps of this race to go. We still have a good fight going on. Penrose not out of it either. Behind Penrose, you've got Immortal, who is slowly catching. Maybe he's on 3-lap hard tyres. He's got the freshest tyres out of everyone. And is slowly catching on this group. Without DRS, it's going to be difficult. It's got Mighty still there with him. Daniel in 8th, Skull Kid in 9th, and then again Dave. I do give credit for Dave because he's had trouble since the first corner and he's still there. Still 25 seconds off of everybody. He's just praying for a safety car to happen. He shows never to give up. I mean, he's got a point if he finishes. Could be another thing as well. Sure, he wanted to go for more, but this is now... Gravedigger looks definitely much more confident through this section of track here. Orphan is really struggling around this part. Again, loses the car a little bit on the exit. This is the chance for Gravedigger. Gravedigger has slightly less ERS, but surely with just the DRS, he's going to move forward and take second place, which has been the net lead of this race. Orphan's not going to give up though. Still has a chance to come back at him. Didn't get a good exit though, as Old Manzi is now in the pits. Surely soft tyres? Yeah, indeed. So it's all up to Old Manzi now. This is his strategy. He clearly was avoiding the hard tyres. So where's he going to come out? He's going to come out in 8th place. The Skull Kid's had a couple of issues, I think, because he's dropped back. So Old Manzi's come out in 8th place. Soft tyres. How high can he go? Pivotal for his championship, actually, is Old Manzi, of how many positions he gains. Currently, he only gets 4 points, which would reduce the gap to 10 between him and Quick Mix. So, I mean, if he can get up to if he can get up to 3rd place, then he'll take the championship lead by a single point going into the last race. Mortal, meanwhile, I think he was 28 points back. So at the moment is not... No, it won't be 28 points. Yeah, he needed to beat... Mick. 28. So Mortal actually is doing enough, I would say. Remember, my maths are correct. Found Immortal has moved into 4th. Penrose has actually pitted. Penrose get damage. Must have done. Either that or his hard tyres just aren't working at all. Yeah, he's gone to softs. 12 laps on the hard tyres. I mean, hard tyres can go further. But Orphan seems to be struggling with something because he's not keeping up with Gravedigger. Now Smurf is going to be causing him some bother. There comes Smurf in a Ferrari round the outside and takes that 2nd place away from Orphan. Orphan's just got to save some ERS, just relax a little bit. Still plenty of this race to go. Meanwhile, Old Manzi is moving his way up the field. He's already caught Daniel and passed Daniel on those soft tyres. So he's now got 4 seconds ahead to Mighty. And then after Mighty is Immortal, and then to be in 4th place. definitely flying, old Manzi. Meanwhile, his teammate Orphan still within DRS of Smurf. He needs to hope that Smurf gets within DRS of Gravedigger ahead. Gravedigger's not completely won this, I don't think. So we head to lap 22. Closing stages. The penultimate round of the F4 Championship. A drama right at the start. Quick make the championship leader out of this race. Could have won the championship today if circumstances allowed it. So now it gives sorry. Now it gives old Manzi a chance to really close the gap before the final race. At the moment, it's an 8-point gain in old Manzi's favour. He was 14 points back before this race. So 8 points will bring it down to just 6. But he is catching MT the Mighty. He set the fastest lap of the race by a considerable amount. It's in the 1 minute 30s. Everyone else's fastest lap is a 32. He's definitely using the soft tyres to good effect. How high can he get? He's gonna get Mighty. I'm pretty sure he'll get Mighty. Mighty is 4 seconds behind Immortal for that 4th place. And after Immortal, he just got these front 3. Gravedigger is literally only just staying out of DRS activation. It's 1.1 seconds. Smurf, without that penalty for Smurf, that speeding in the pit lane that he got earlier, he's really be kicking himself right now. He definitely has the potential to win on track. Has the best DRS level out of everyone, although Orphan is using that to save some a little bit. Meanwhile, Manzi is now on the back of Mighty. Doesn't lose too much time. Is actually going to go for an audacious move. I say audacious, I mean he's got the grip. Mighty, though, is going to have the DRS on old Manzi. And that's the problem if you go for an audacious move on the left before a DRS section. Because Mighty uses the wing flap to just get straight back at him. As good as a move that was, in that left-hander, means Orphan is now going to stay another straight behind this Mercedes. And look at him, he's so much more quicker through here. Surely on this straight, he's just going to get the slipstream, and Mighty, I think, shouldn't fight this too much. Although, I say that, Mighty is squeezing him. And look, even with DRS, he cannot go through because Mighty is burning his battery just to stay ahead. Really making old Manzi work for that position, but Manzi's through. Soft tyres and all that. As Orphan has managed to get by Smurf. And all this fighting is allowing Immortal just to creep up behind them. Immortal's not out of this. Lap 24 of this race. Gravedigger flashing the red light of the ERS battery. He's not completely comfortable with this victory. Top 4, all close to one another. You've got old Manzi, who is 4 seconds behind this and is going really, really quickly. So old Manzi can actually still win this race. Now, an orthodox strategy might work brilliantly for him. But still, you've got these top 4. If Immortal can latch onto the DRS, all of a sudden he's in this battle. Got 30% ERS as well, although Smurf has got 43. But Smurf will drop way down. In fact, it will drop behind old Manzi as well. Here comes Immortal though. Smurf lost the DRS, so he's not going to be under big attack from Immortal. Oh, it's so close. Not enough though. Surely though, Down into turn 1, you get that extra little boost of DRS, and although Smurf is defending heavily up on the inside, Immortal's got to go sweep around the outside. Very close, but Immortal just braves it around the outside and takes that 3rd place, but Smurf is still fighting it. Side by side. Immortal doesn't want to give it up. Neither does Smurf though. They're side by side. Be careful. They just about figured that out. All this is allowing Old Manzi just to come in there. You might be able to see him. There he goes. Still catching. He's 2.8 seconds behind. Podium is definitely not out of the question for the Red Bull driver. Meanwhile, the other Red Bull driver has gotten away from this battle, which is still ongoing. There you go. Side by side once again. Immortal goes round the outside at turn 11. Smurf nearly hits the wall as he goes through that little section. Nearly hits the back of Immortal. And then gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the curb. Penalties, I'm afraid, for Smurf has really dropped him back. I know the feeling. But here comes Orphan. Lap 25 of this race. You thought he was out of this lead battle. He is not. He is right back into it. Smurf again gets by Immortal. And because of the DRS that these 4 have, they're just about keeping ahead of Old Manzi. Old Manzi's in 5th at the moment. Will gain 4th because of Smurf's penalties. But Smurf is absolutely causing a pain for Immortal right now. Immortal must be absolutely raging. We need to go to the fight for the top 2. Lap 26, 29, 3 laps to go. Who has this victory? 24% plays 16% in the ERS battery. This is all going to be about timing. Strategic, possibly. As Orphan using the DRS, but here we go. Very, very crafty. He doesn't want to make the overtake now. Got to be careful doing that, because he doesn't want to allow Smurf or Immortal, who is still fighting for 3rd, to get back into this. Oh, that's rough though from Gravedigger, all over the curbs. Both very tense right now. There is Old Manzi. Old Manzi is definitely not out of this fight. The more they squabble, the more they be tentative of what move they make. And now Orphan does make the move. Use a bit of VRS though to do it. Like flashing, and again those 2 fighting tooth and nail. Smurf and Immortal, they've got to be careful. They're just look at it. Immortal's literally pushing the Ferrari of Smurf. This might get overheated, and Immortal's completely lost his brakes, surely, at turn 1. He's completely lunging in. Oh, and he's come back on track, and he's lost it. Immortal's championship and his race spinning in circles. Manzi up to 4th. I think he got too frustrated by the looks of it. Lunged into turn 1, missed the braking point, came back on track straight in front, and has lost it down to 5th. He's now in a battle with Mighty to hold on to that 5th. Meanwhile, Orphan, look at Gravedigger nearly onto the wall alongside Orphan. Manages to get the lead back. So Manzi, Old Manzi, despite everything, is going to end up with a podium as long as he keeps it on track. Not that far off the lead right now. Meanwhile, his teammate Orphan has lost the lead. Oh, and Dave. What's happened with Dave? He's just gone straight on. There he is. I think he's going to allow the lead. Yeah, kinda. No, I think Dave's called it. Yeah. Good effort though, Dave. Lap 28, and we're not going to get a safety car now. It's actually not retiring. I mean, to be fair, I guess he will get the point. There we are. Lap and a half to go. 14%, place 16. In terms of ERS. They're all round about the same as the top 4. But it's out of these, well, I say top 4, it's out of the top 3 of the top 4, because Smurf's penalties were dropping back. Orphan no. Burning the battery. 0%. Going for the move. Up inside the turn 11 of the DRS as well. Maybe hoping Smurf can start putting Gravedigger under pressure. Meanwhile, Old Manzy's at the back of this train. At the moment, Old Manzy and his 3rd place, he will take the championship lead. He will have a point lead going into Spain. And Smurf's completely lost it. At the end of the hairpin, so on track, Manzy is going to take that 3rd place. It uses the DRS to push away. He now could even start attacking Gravedigger. Orphan into the leaders. Manzy. Oh, so nearly hits the wall in the exit of the hairpin. Last lap of the race. Is this going to be a Red Bull 1-2 potentially? Orphan leads. Gravedigger 2nd. Manzy 3rd. Smurf in 4th. Mortal's just holding off MT the Mighty for that 5th place. Penrose is 6th. Daniel's Penrose is not 6th. Mighty is 6th. Penrose 7th. Daniel 8th. And Skull Kid 9th. As Orphan has gone a little bit wide on Gravedigger. Gravedigger has the DRS now. Has a bit more ERS. But if he makes the overtake now, Orphan will get that bite of DRS into the final straight. Is he going to go for the move now? Yes, he is. Up into turn 11. Up in the inside, but Orphan tried to defend it. Ran the outside. Side by side between the pair of them. Old Manzy's going to have a nice little thing here, but Gravedigger's going to get the DRS on the final straight. Or maybe Orphan is banking on the fact his teammate can help him. Down the back straight for the last time. The top 4. Nose to tail. Old Manzy looking for the win. Looking for the podium potentially. He's got the podium as Gravedigger goes round the outside with the speed. Orphan doesn't have the DRS. And his teammate Old Manzy's going to nick 2nd place from him potentially. Gravedigger has taken the lead on the last lap. And Old Manzy has snuck by his teammate for 2nd place. Nicks it away from Orphan. Orphan gets the podium. But on the last lap, on the last corner, Old Manzy, with that 2nd place at the end, with that soft tyre, edges ahead of his teammate. Smurf's penalties drops into 5th, sorry. So Immortal is in 4th place. And Immortal's not out of the championship, I don't think. Let me have a look at the standings again. Bring them back up. A breathless end to a fascinating race. The Immortal was 28 points behind. He gets 12. The Immortal is not out of it yet either. The Immortal will be, barring any penalties of course, 28 points. He got, I need the standings again. 12 points. 28. So yeah, Immortal will be 16 points back. Old Manzy's 2nd place with fastest lap, 19 points. He was 16 points behind. So Old Manzy will have a 3-point lead over Quick Mick going into Spain. It's a 3-way title fight. Oh, that's things you love to see. And there is your results. Gravedigger takes the win, 6/10 in the end over Old Manzy in 2nd place. Orphan in 3rd, with Immortal in 4th, Smurf 5th, MT Mighty 6th, Penrose 7th, Daniel 8th, Skull Kid picks up points in 9th. Dave, who finished a lap down, but hung in there from his first lap spin with 4 stops, picks up a point. And then your DNFs, Carrot, Shadow, Liam, and Quick Mick right at the start, which has thrown this championship into a very tense free with a W. Freeway fight. There you go. I'm out of breath. My voice hurts as well. That's fantastic. I didn't want it to. I wanted to rest. And I couldn't. But worth it in the end, I would say. Now let's get these top 3 in. 2 Red Bulls fighting at the final corner. Unbelievable. I muted Orphan. That's not good. I unmuted him. It's fine now.
Hello?
Hello? There he is. I was just waiting for old Manzi. Right, tick the box, please. And my voice cracks again. Fantastic, I've had it all night. Please tick the box, and we'll start off with our podium. After a very tense end to that Miami Grand Prix, we will start off with the first of the Red Bulls, Mr. Stars Orphan, in 3rd place. Now, Orphan, going into this race, I said when I started up the stream that you were looking forward to this track. You really enjoyed it, and you were towards the front throughout that race. Obviously, a few confusing moments. You obviously disconnected about halfway through as well, and came back. That might have a factor into this result, possibly. But what a tense end to that race, where you look odds on for a podium, but what step of that podium wasn't going to be answered to the very last corner. Gravedigger getting you on the last straight, and then your own teammate nicking 2nd place off of you. You got to be happy with 3rd, but oh so close to that victory.
I messed up.
Maybe
pitting early. I thought I'd save time by fitting early onto the virtual, and it totally messed my race up. I would have won that race. Easily. I'm telling you, I'm not being big-headed or anything, but I would have definitely won that. I had so much pace forehand, and I just messed up on the pit stop. It's just totally messed up a win there. Yeah. But I'm happy that my teammate got P2, because we were in the Red Bull chat beforehand talking, and we were like saying we needed a good result here today, and I said that I was going to try and help him out today for the championship, and I let him through when he was on the mediums, so that he could go, and I was going to try and defend for him, but I didn't realise he was going to pit again. He was going to try and stretch him or not. But yeah, when he got me on the last corner, I looked over. I was like, I didn't know it was him, but I was happy that it was him. So yeah, so it gives him a good chance now in the final race.
Definitely does. I'll go through that in a bit, but I was just looking at the constructors as well. Of course, with Haas, they were leading by 5 points, and they didn't score very well. You've obviously got a double podium, so that means you will take a good advantage, a very good advantage, going into Spain next time out to win the constructors. So big chance for the pair of you. Is that something that you're maybe aiming for, as also helping Manzi and the drivers?
Well, I knew that I wasn't going to win the drivers from the beginning of the season. I knew old Manzi. Well, to be honest, none of us knew, but when old Manzi started,
constructors was the main goal. The drivers is just a lucky coincidence from my side, but constructors main goal. Obviously, I'm in a good position now, etc. Constructors is main goal.
We talked beforehand at the beginning of the season because me and him in F4 were pretty close on pace last season, but he's obviously gone a little bit faster than me this season. But yeah, we were talking beforehand that we were going to push for it because we were both consistent drivers in terms of point scoring and keeping it out of trouble and stuff like that, So yeah, we were all. To be honest, with you, every race we're like been talking in the Red Bull chat, like we need to get a good result here today, and like I say, I am going to try and help him in Spain. I said in the chat, if Quick Mick comes up behind me, I'm going to defend like a brick wall.
Get them elbows out.
Yeah, get the
Quick Mick
elbows
put
out.
himself in the wall.
Yeah.
How on earth? Did his control disconnect?
His controller disconnected.
Yeah, I thought so. He just
wheel
went
or whatever,
straight on.
Straight lined him. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
drove past him, I thought that's an unusual place to.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, there we go, battle on here.
Yeah, there was either contact involved or, well, as we know, his controller disconnected. So.
He was a good 3 or 4 car lengths in front of me, and he went straight on.
Gutted. Good
Well,
news for me, but bad news for him.
Yeah. Obviously, final question, Orphan. Spain next time out, 100%. You have a goal of winning the constructors, so I presume you are 100% motivated for the team to try and win that. What's your thoughts for Spain next week?
I like Spain. I like 100% races, so hopefully, like I said, main focus is winning as constructors, but second focus for me personally is helping Old Manzi win the drivers as well. So if it comes to it, and I have to sacrifice a win or a podium or whatever, I'll do it to help Old Manzi out.
I didn't mean to nick that
Flex,
P2
yeah.
off you. I was trying to get both of you, but
I actually thought you was going to run into the back
Sure.
of me. I thought you might have outbraked yourself a little bit, because I braked early, and I'm like, no.
yeah,
My tyres are
straight
so
late
good
into
at the
it,
end.
so I will go in for it. I wasn't going to
was-
do no stupid, obviously, but yeah, I will go in.
I'm surprised I was keeping up with you with the tyre wear.
I was managing Phil for the last
Yeah.
6 or 7 laps.
Yeah.
I was expecting a safety car and didn't get one.
Yeah,
I thought
I was
Lord
trying
was
to
gonna
hold out.
fly
For
past
we
us.
ain't getting one, are we? Sod it.
Ah.
But turned out all right.
Yeah.
Well done, Orphan, on your third place.
Thank you.
And we will. Well, he's already chipped in anyway, so we might as well just swing straight into talking to Manzi here. Obviously, you mentioned it a couple of times. Big result for you in the constructors, but big result for you in the drivers. Obviously, as you were talking just now, it's disappointing for Quick Mick. We don't want anybody to retire like that with a controller disconnect.
Yeah.
And hopefully he will be back 100% and perfectly fine for the Spanish Grand Prix next week. But what it does do is, in terms of the points, I can tell you now, obviously penalty depending, it will be you in the lead by 3 points over Quick Mick, and then Immortal will be 16 points back on the pair of you. So it'll be a 3-way fight between 3 different teams, 3 different drivers going into the last race of the season. So it's set up brilliantly.
Yeah.
In terms of your race tonight, though, I have to ask, double medium, was that intentional, or was that a mistake by the game or yourself?
No, intentional. I got stuck behind Penrose and I tried getting past him and I just couldn't get past him. So I thought I'll try.
It was a little
Vitas.
laggy as well.
Yeah.
He was a bit.
And it took me out.
We had a
well,
few issues.
yeah,
We had a
there
few
was a
issues tonight.
few sketchy moments with him. So I thought it's
Yeah.
not worth the risk. I'll pit, and then you lot pitted anyway. So I thought, oh god, right. Well, I'll just offset the strategy. So hopefully we'll get another safety car and it works in my favour. But as it turns out, I had some decent pace tonight, and it all worked out good. So,
Yeah, you were absolutely flying on those soft tyres towards the end of that race, setting fastest lap and so on. And obviously that fastest lap, gaining that extra point could be very valuable
yeah,
in
a
the
little
standings
helps.
at the end of it. obviously going into Spain, obviously you picked out a lot of points in that race anyway. Obviously nicking by your teammate. I mean, it's ruthless, to be honest. He was just there going for second place. He was like, I'll have that.
No, that's got my
At
name
the
on
last
it.
corner. Going into Spain, as I said, freeway fight. What is your chances for Spain? Your thoughts?
Well, Spain is. I like Spain. I probably like Spain more than I like Miami, and I had a good race tonight. So, as we stand now, I'm hopeful for a good race. If I get a podium or close to the podium, I'll be happy. But all I've got to do really is try and outscore Mick and Immortal now. So, which is easier said than done, obviously. So, I've just got to try and not do anything. So, I mean, tonight, it was a risky move and it could have backfired in my face rapidly without the safety car. But like I say, I had the pace in hand anyway, so it worked out. Another lap, and I'd have been golden.
I was gambling on a safety car with my fuel. I think I had 0.03, I think, when I crossed the line.
But then I got stuck behind
I was
empty
nipping up.
the Mighty for a bit as well, so that probably saved you as well, because he slowed me down quite a bit.
Yeah, Penrose slowed me down a little bit with his bit of a lag in and that. I didn't really. I tried passing him down down the finishing straight, and he lagged in front of me a bit. So I slowed down there.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously it's not his fault because he doesn't really know he's lagging, does he? Really? So.
No, but it just makes you've got to be wary. And
but
you line a move up, then he jumps 14 car lengths
across.
in front. You're like, it's pointless. I just had to try something different. I just had to do something different, and luckily it worked out in my favour. So bonus. But I like Miami anyway. And obviously with Lando winning in real life, some good looks rubbing off.
I can't stand Miami track. I'm not racing it anyway.
You know, the first race, I thought like all the razzmatazz and the Americanisms, it's draining. But the circuit to drive, I love it. It's brilliant.
When I don't love how all three of you are just having a casual conversation, and I'm just there, just like, I'm doing my question.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. I'm just saying, it's fine. It's lovely. Yeah, all the best for your race next week, Old Man Z.
Thank you.
We will see who. I mean, it's fascinating from an outsider's point of view, like which way it's going to go. Because now we've got a three-way fight. So, so well done in your race today, and good luck in Spain next week. And finally, to our race winner, who again has chipped in on the occasion with the conversation, but perfectly fine. We go to Gravedigger in the Aston Martin, and like Orphan, you were towards the front throughout the most of that, including qualifying as well. Got pipped at the end by Quick Mick as well, but you're towards the front, so you clearly had the pace tonight. But a very tense fight with both Red Bulls and I think who else was there? Was Immortal at the start?
Yeah, there was Smurf there as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
good battle.
Yeah, very good battles with
Smurf.
Have you won a race this season? I feel like you have, like once or twice.
I won the first race, but I had penalties, so I ended up finishing second.
So is this your first win of the season? Officially?
Yeah.
You keep me
right. Right then.
Could have won Brazil, but Penrose spun, and I lost my win.
Yes. So this is your first victory this season, and I guess it has been a long time coming, so you must be very relieved with this one.
I am. I had no pace whatsoever all week. Like, my qualifying time is the best I've done. I knew I wouldn't be able to beat it. In the second run I did, and then I thought I was just going to go backwards, but I kept the pace, which was a bonus. I was loving it all until I realised I was going to run out of fuel because there was no safety cars. So I was lifting and coasting a little bit, but managed to keep hold of it.
Yeah, a very good result for yourself. Obviously fended off both Red Bulls, including Orphan towards the end. You were swapping positions lap after lap after lap. So, and I noticed both of you were being very tactical and like, who's going to get DRS on this lap? Yeah.
The plan was for me
like,
to stay in his DRS, so I can save fuel, so I'm less drag.
Yeah.
And then I was obviously I was going to let him keep going, like let him cross the line, just so I can get across the line without going backwards if I run out of fuel. But then his teammate come up quick, so I just went then. I just went full attack.
In terms of Spain next week, what's your thoughts for that? Obviously, you're not in the championship fight, but obviously you can be like a spectator as well as try to end this season on a high. What's your thoughts for Spain?
I like the track
as well.
Yeah, I like the track. I don't know how quick I'm going to be around it, but I do like the track, and if I can win, I'm going to win. I'll race to win.
Fair enough. What's your thoughts on the next game and the next season? I assume you're getting the next game. I haven't even asked that question.
No, I ain't pre-ordered it yet. I probably will do. I always say, "Oh, that's it. I'm not racing no more." And I'll still end up buying it and racing. But yeah, the only time I race on the game is to do league racing. I don't do no single player or anything on it. So
no. Well done on your win, and good luck for Spain next week.
Thank you.
So there we have it. There has been the F4 race around Miami, and through drama and very bad luck for Quick Mick, it's meant that we are going into Spain with a three-way title fight for the championship, and Spain is the venue. There we have it, our track for our final weeks of racing, and it all begins Monday night with the F1 division. Who will be crowned our F1 champion? Is it going to be Justin Blaze or Evo? We will find out. F2 is on the Tuesday with pretty much everything wrapped up there, but there are few things to settle, including myself. I want to win a race, please. Got my last opportunity there, so that'll be on Tuesday. Wednesday is the title fight between Patronus and Fishsticks, 10 points between them, and that is Wednesday. And then finally, we have our final race of the season on this game, in fact, and it's the F4 Championship. We have 3 drivers. We have Old Manzi, we have Quick Mick, and we have Immortal. 16 points between them. With 100% race distance, anything can happen in all 4 of those races. Hopefully they'll all provide good racing throughout and good entertainment. They all start at 8 o'clock, and they will all be on our usual format. So from myself, BHO5 Fish, and everybody here on the podium, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.